Welcome back, everyone. It is Aric from Rare Candy, and today we are checking out a very unexpected second place Whimsicott VSTAR deck from the recent European International Championships. This deck was piloted by Frank Percic all the way to a second place finish, as I said, which is absolutely insane. Big congrats to Frank for taking such a wild deck like this, so deep in such a massive tournament. So that's what we're going to be checking out today. I have made no alterations to Frank's list. I want to see just how, his deck was going to perform. And if you guys do need a reminder on Whimsicott, I know this card hasn't done too much just yet, but it has the Trick Wind attack for a Psychic and 2 colors, does 160. But more importantly, your opponent can't play any tool cards or special energies from their hand on their next turn. So many decks are relying on special energies, whether it's Rapid Strike Energy, Double Turbo, Fusion Strike Energy, Single Strike Energy, Capture Energy, and this just shuts down a lot of different decks out there. And of course, we also have the Fluffball Star for a potential big nuking attack here for at some point too. 60 to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each energy attached to this Pokemon. So that's the core essence of the deck. And before we get any deeper in today's video, if you guys can, remember to smack that like button to help feed the always hungry YouTube algorithm. And if you need any cards to complete Frank's second place winning Whimsicott VSTAR deck, you can check out our friends at PTCGO You guys can use that coupon code RARECANDY at checkout to get yourselves a discount. And all of Rare Candy's patrons also have their own exclusive discount code for even bigger savings. Links will be down below in the description. But jumping back into the deck, there are actually quite a few inclusions that I thought were really interesting. You see here, even though we do have the Path to the Peaks to shut off abilities for Pokemon with a rule box, Frank is also playing the 1 copy of Crobat V. You can see he has the 3-2 line of Barrel, and my best guess is that he maybe cut the 3rd Barrel for the Crobat just to have, you still have the same drawing ability, but this way it gives you an out to refilling your hand in the early portions of the game if maybe you have a dead hand going first or something like that. But looking ahead to the rest of the deck, of course, we have the 4 Crushing Hammers, the 3 Fan of Waves. So we have plenty of ways at removing energy from our opponent. And, the big issue is before you get Whimsicott set up, your opponent can still attach energies, and they are going to be rushing to cheat those energies into play before you get going. But if they do get some energy in play, you can always, again, claw back into the game by removing them and then proceeding to lock them on future turns. Same thing for Tool Scrapper. We can remove 2 tool cards in play. I think the special energy lock is the main part of this attack on Whimsicott, but it does lock tools as well, and Tool Scrapper will allow you an out to remove those tools that were, put in play before you were able to attack. I'm not going to go over too many of the other items other than EXP share, just because this is going to be one of the ways we can cheat energy into play. That's one of the issues Whimsicott faces. You are relying on 2 manual attachments, and if you do get knocked out, unless you play something like EXP share or Raihan, you don't really have a way at setting up a fresh Whimsicott in a single turn. But I think the supporter line is really where Frank got a little bit crazy with this deck. So a lot of weird stuff here. Of course, we have a couple copies of Marnie. We got a couple copies of Research, but we also have 1 Peony, card we don't see too often these days. But you discard your hand, search your deck for up to 2 trainer cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. So even though we do have to dump our hand, you can always grab an Evolution Incense off of Peony to get yourselves a Barrel to ensure that you can keep drawing cards, and then use that other card for maybe a Hammer or a Path to the Peak, whatever it might be. And then from there, he also has the 2 copies of Avery, another form of disruption for the deck. You draw 3, and then your opponent discards Pokemon from their bench until they only have 3 remaining. So very good against a number of different decks. Fusion Strike decks like VMAX really want a full bench at all times. A lot of the Inteleon decks have a full bench at all times. So Avery's just another layer of disruption added to your special energy lock. And then looking at our energy, just 4 Double Turbo and 4 basic Psychics. But of course, you do have the Fog Crystals to search those out, and the Ordinary Rod to get those back if any do get discarded. So that is going to be the list that we're trying out today. Let's head in some games, and hopefully I can mimic the same success that Frank had at the European International Championships, and we can get some dubs today. Let's jump in and find out. Okay, this is a workable hand. It's not the best opening hand I've seen, but hey, our opponent is going to take a mulligan, so that's definitely good. We need any additional cards we can get. And it looks like I'm willing to bet... Oh, we might have a mirror match. I'm not going to lie, I've been playing... Well, they have choice belts, so this wouldn't be a mirror. Or a variant of the mirror, maybe. Okay, going first is big, but... All right, so let's go for the quick ball. We're gonna get rid of this. Get down Bidoof. We want energy this turn. That is the big thing we absolutely want to see. Getting rid of both boss on turn 1 feels bad, but I don't think we want to miss energy. That's the issue I think we currently are facing right now. So I'm actually not worried about getting down a second Whimsicott just yet. I think just being able to get set up is going to be most important because they're not really threatening much pressure. And we play plenty of Fog Crystals, so we can still draw potentially into another Whimsicott that way too. Well, that's really bad. And just pass. Now, even though our opponent more than likely is going to have the first attachment out of the two of us, we also are going to be able to activate the first Crushing Hammers. So that is like the one good thing we have going our way. Okay, them getting rid of fan, that is great. We have not had to get rid of our fans just yet. Or any additional... Oh, we see the heartbreak emoji from them too, so... Okay, we are not the only... we're not the only ones who are lacking their energy over here. Okay, so at this point... I'm like tempted to maybe attack them with Whimsicott, but... It doesn't really change our math that much, I guess. I don't want to Marnie because their hand's dead, but I also don't want to get rid of either of these other resources. So here's what we're going to do. Going to go for Whimsicott because we can attach EXP share over there. Actually, you know, the more I'm thinking about it, maybe we shouldn't because that would open us up to a boss play. So, yeah, I think we should have gone for the second Burrell because we don't want them to boss us to try to break our lock. Okay, we can live with this. I won't go for the Avery too while we're at it. Okay, get down path, because we know they play Crobat as well. Or we don't know that, but we're assuming they do, if they are taking inspiration from Frank's list. So I think we'll just go for the Fluffball Star. Soften this thing up, maybe? And then next turn... Nah, I think it's getting greedy. I think we'll just pass from there. I kind of want to save the Fluffball Star for like a big KO at some point, maybe. Okay. There's an attachment of their own. Okay, they have their Barrel. So they're starting to do stuff over here. The big advantage they have is they have boss, we don't. So that's another reason why I kind of want to save the Fluffball Star, because that's her only way at picking stuff off on the bench. Do they have Crushing Hammer? That's going to be obviously like the big card they want to see here, but... Moment of truth, do they have Crushing Hammer? And more importantly, do they have a Crushing Hammer heads? Because right now we are threatening the lock on this next turn. And a pass for us. Okay, that is amazing. So we'll do this. Crushing Hammer, most definitely. Hey, we'll take it. So at this point, we could get down the EXP share, but I am worried about a boss play, so I don't actually want to get that down. I think we're just going to Peony here. Do we have our other Evolution Incense? I forget if it's in deck. Either way, we have our Barrel here. So let's just go for the Peony. Okay, Evolution Incense and... I guess that's it. Like, well, I guess Fog Crystal maybe to get down. I feel like we're not going to need more than... Like, literally Evolution Incense, I think, is the only thing we want. Maybe a Quick Ball. I'll actually take Quick Ball, that way we can play down our hand a little bit for this second Barrel. Because we might have some resources that we need to take care of. Okay, so there's the Industrious Incisors. Okay, so we'll Quick Ball. We'll get rid of the path. And we'll click done. Go for the fog crystal again. I hate burning these fog crystals like this because those are our ways of searching out energy, but we really just want to make sure we can hit this double turbo this turn. So second industrious incisors, guys. Can we get there? And we do. Let's go. All right. So we have the trick wind, and now we're feeling pretty good. Like, but don't get this misconstrued. Things could definitely flip back around against us though, because they could just hit a hammer plus a fan, and now we're back to square one. Yeah, there's the fan wave. So they might make it a little bit difficult on us here. And there's a boss. So that's why I did not want to go for an EXP share for this exact situation. Okay, pass over to us, that's good. So we don't really care about EXP share. I think nothing is ever... Oh, we'll go for Crushing Hammer no matter what. And I'm actually going to save everything in this hand because EXP share could be good at some point, but now is not the time where we want to play this. We want to save Ornate Rod because they're going to try to get rid of our basic energies as well. Okay, that's good. Crushing Hammer. Ooh, that is not good. Let's see. Air Balloon is in deck, and I think this turn I actually am going to go for the Whimsicott. I really don't want to whiff this. So Industrious Incisors. Can we get there, guys? Get rid of these. And Air Balloon. Can we get there? Lend me your energy, guys. Let's knock this thing out. And we get there. Perfect. Our last card. Hell yeah. Okay. So we'll see what happens, but things aren't looking good for our opponent over here. So we'll just go for the Trick Wind. Lock them. Make sure they can't attach those double turbos. Then potentially, like, I guess we just keep Trick Winding every turn, but if they don't strip our energy, there is a world too where we can build up a giant Whimsicott and take a big Fluffball Star, but they're just going to promote the barrel, so that means they probably aren't in the best spot over here. But again, our setup is still really fragile, even though they are a little bit behind at this point. They have all of their hammers, so things are still a little bit sketchy for us. There's Ultra Ball hitting the bin. Luminion, okay, so this list definitely is different than ours, but that is quite okay. And a Marnie. I guess I'm kind of okay with that. That might get us into a Crushing Hammer. We have plenty of energy, so that's the good news. As long as they don't hit a hammer plus a fan. That's all we really are scared of right now. So what if we attach a second double turbo? 60, what? 60, 120, 180. What? Can I even math today? 6 times 5 is 300 minus 40. So we actually could just knock this guy out. I don't hate that, I'm not gonna lie. So I think that's actually what we're going to do here. 6 times 5, 300 minus 40, yeah. I think we can afford to give their energy to them for a turn. So you can have your energy, my friend, because we can always just fan it back in deck next turn, if we need to. Fog Crystal and Whimsicott. Okay. So we have one hammer. We still have all of our fans, so that's good. Oh, but they have Raihan. Now that feels bad. That is one thing Frank is not playing in his list that I did kind of forget about. I was definitely not expecting that whatsoever. Now, if they go like double fan, that feels so bad. Okay, there's Balloon. As long as they don't get rid of 2 double turbos, that's all we care about. Okay, and just the trick win. Whew. Okay, that was almost, well, it's still kind of sketchy, I'm not going to lie to you. So, Crushing Hammer. Okay, absolutely getting rid of this. And this is a big turn where we are desperately going to try to dig and try to get a fan to put that back. So let's go for the Fog Crystal just to thin. Yeah, we still have 2 fans. That works. I think we can get there, guys. Yeah, so let's just do this. And we do get the fan. Okay. And we have the scrapper as well. And I think that's all she wrote. I don't know if there's something else crazy I'm like forgetting about that would doom us here. But right now I'm liking our chances. So we'll just go for the Trick Wind. Go for the lock here. And if they do remove 2 energies, we still potentially can get this guy set up yet again. But yeah, the Raihan caught me off guard. That almost like just jolted them immediately back in the game. Like if they had removed our 2 double turbos and pulled that off, they might have eventually swept us. I'm not going to lie. There is a chance of that. We also do have to be mindful of a potential boss play. Okay, Crushing Hammer. Kind of saw this coming. They were long overdue to finally hit those hammers, but there's going to be a Marnie. That's fine. I actually think we have plenty of energy to close out this game. We still have two double turbos plus our ordinary rod, so if they do start removing our psychics, we're going to be okay there as well. So they have to retreat. That's their first issue, because otherwise they don't lose this next turn, but that's definitely going to be an issue that they have. I think they would... Yeah, I don't think they have a way out, because even if they set up another Whimsicott V and attach, they still can't attach a double turbo. They would need another Raihan play, so they would actually probably need to... They would actually need to retreat into a Bidoof or Barrel and let that get knocked out to activate Raihan. And a pass over to us, that is huge. Sure, we'll just evolve. That's fine. EXP share. Where do we attach? Does it even matter? I'll say sure to back here. And we don't really need to draw any cards at this point, guys. Because decking is one of the only ways we would maybe lose, but even still in that case, we're in a really good spot. I don't really see him coming back from this, but he's being a good sport. He's playing it out. Crushing Hammer, okay. Dude, I actually feel bad for our opponent. To be fair, he's actually had really horrible luck with those hammer flips. Band of Waves, okay. Crushing Hammer. Come on, I'm kind of rooting for him at this point. I feel bad. Okay, he deserved that one, man. But the issue is we can still attack. So he definitely needed that other Crushing Hammer to go his way. But either way, we have the response, guys. We have another double turbo. We have Ordinary Rod, so we can get back basic Psychics if need be as well. So 3 fan... 3 hammers. Hair opponent with the well played. Looks like they are out of steam. And we get the victory screen, so we will happily take it. Okay, this is an interesting opening that we have. Definitely curious what we're going up against. Sylveon. Okay, very interesting. On paper, I feel like this is okay, but we'll see. So we'll absolutely do this. And I think what we're going to do is go for Ultra Ball, get rid of Boss and Scrapper, go for Bidoof, Path, and then we have Evolution Incense for the Burrell on the next turn. And I feel like we're in a good spot. Now they can't use that ability to get an item out of their deck. And, well, as long as they don't have the counter stadium, of course. But yeah, it seems like a pretty strong start for our deck here. Can't complain too much. Zamazenta, okay. That feels bad. Zamazenta is actually pretty good against our deck. If we've taken a single prize, Revenge Blast can just nuke us. So that's going to be an issue. Now, luckily, they are ability locks, so maybe they won't be able to make use of this ability to get set up, or, of course, the ability on Sylveon either. And they're playing Crobat VMAX, so definitely very toolbox-oriented version of this deck here. They got Arceus, they got Crobat VMAX, Rapid Strike Urshifu, Sylveon. A lot of stuff going on here. So that's one thing that is to our advantage. You know, they definitely have a lot going on that could make their deck a little bit clunky and inconsistent. Now, unfortunately, they haven't discarded any energy to get set up just yet. But they also haven't attached anywhere, so as I say that. So we'll probably see the Magical Shot for 60. 2 Remoraid, very interesting. Okay, and they're just going to switch, sack the Remoraid. That's cool. Avery would actually be a really good supporter for this turn. So let's go ahead and grab a barrel. And I think I'm actually going to wait on the Marnie. I think we're going to go for the barrel, see if we hit the Avery, because that actually would be a good one in this case to get. So let's see. Okay, Crushing Hammer, that's good. Crushing Hammer heads would be better. Let's see if we can get there. And we do get there. Okay, that's great. And we'll just go for the Marnie. And we get the Ultra Ball. So yeah, guys, we are feeling pretty good about the spot that we're in over here. Let's go for the Ultra Ball. We did get rid of one boss. We're actually just going to get rid of the Fog Crystals at this point. Actually, maybe we should have gone for a Whimsicott and discarded it with Ultra Ball. I actually think that might have been a little bit better in hindsight to thin a little bit. But this is fine, though. Alrighty, and we'll go for the Trick Wind, and like we could use Fluffball Star to knock out something. Oh no, they don't have anything with 180. Oh well, our damage is reduced anyway, so yeah, either way, we have to go for the Trick Wind. Now, what could be bad is if they're ever able to do some shenanigans to set up this Zamazenta. This is what I'm scared about. We definitely want to find another manual attachment like ASAP in case they do have a way at responding with this guy at some point. Because if they ever can set up Zamazenta, we can't return KO it, and they can just probably blow through a couple of Whimsicotts back to back, which I'm kind of afraid of. So just an attachment on Arceus. Okay, we're cool with that. There's the switch. Okay. So honestly, guys, what I might do, I might boss the Urshifu, knock that out, and then just try to go for a big Fluffball Star for our final KO. I think that's our path to victory here. Evolution Incense, Artillery. So what are they going to get here? Now, if they grab the VMAX, that does change things for us because we actually can't one-shot them with Trick Wind. And they do have the counter stadium. That feels a little bit bad. We were doing a good job at keeping them locked there. So Ultra Ball, getting rid of Battle VIP Pass and Dark Energy. Dark Energy is definitely scary because if they're playing Galarian Moltres V, that could be bad for us. Okay, but there's Arceus V-Star. So probably going to see the Starbirth from them while they still have their abilities. That would make sense. Getting rid of another Dark Energy. Very interesting. Going for Crobat. Okay. Very curious what they're digging for. They're probably, I don't even know if they're digging for anything in particular. They're probably just trying to use their abilities while they have the option to do so. Okay, Rapid Strike Search. Could see the VMAX come down. I think that's actually like, I mean, I think it's probably their best play, to be honest, because that's an easy path to victory for us otherwise. There's the VMAX, because, yeah, we can't actually one-shot it. Okay, pass over to us. Sure, we'll get down the Whimsicott V. Do we... Oh, wait, no, they did not evolve. Oh, okay, so we're still going to go for this play. Absolutely, guys. Yeah. So bring this homie up. Go for the Industrious Incisors. Very glad we did not discard our second boss there. Okay. So I think we'll do this. Like, do we think they have a way to get this guy powered up? I'm going to say no. I don't know if that's naive of me to think that, but we're going to say no. And we'll just go for the Trick Wind. And now we're basically just threatening a giant Fluffball Star on Crobat, which is probably fine. That'll beat the game. Oh, wait, we knocked out Remoraid. Guys, I am so sorry. For literally like 2 turns, I've been like, oh yeah, bro, this is how we win. No, not quite. So actually, we more than likely should have knocked out the Octillery. I don't know. Either way, this is probably fine. I think no matter what, I'm probably still going to just try to take care of this thing. This guy is absolutely terrifying. But I guess at the same time, knocking out the Rapid Strike Urshi isn't bad either. An easy 2 prizes like that. So how much are we doing with Fluffball Star right now? 4 times 6, 240. So 220 after the... Okay, there's going to be the boss, so maybe they're trying to go for a stall play. Okay, there's going to be the Moltres. We've not used any air balloons, so I'm tempted to just, like, research this. Like, I was thinking we could manually attach and just hard retreat, and we still can, I guess. Broken. But we get the air balloon top deck. So I'll say sure, we'll do this. Now what is our path to victory? We could try to just knock out the V-Star if we get double turbo, which doesn't feel bad. Kind of okay with that. Because if we get double turbo, that'll be what? 4, 5, 6. That's 300 minus... Oh, no, we still wouldn't be able to get there, guys. So, yeah, I think we're just going to Fall Crystal. Go for this. We'll attach back here. Let's see, how many Bidoofs? We still have another Bidoof in deck, so let's actually just do this. And I like going for the Marnie, put them at a lower hand size too. We still have Crushing Hammers. That definitely could still help us win this one. I'll say short to the Barrel. We played on our hand pretty well. I think we can afford to draw these 4 cards. Okay, I like seeing that. That's good. We could Avery, but... that gets rid of Crobat. Crobat could be a V-Star or a Fluffball Star target at some point. Path Marnie is like never a bad way to go. Like there's never a time when that play doesn't feel good. So let's just go for that. And we do get Crushing Hammer as well. We definitely want to heads on this because we really want to prevent them from going for that Trinity Nova. So let's go for that. And we do get there. And they also can't accelerate energy with Galarian Moltres. So this is all around a really good spot to be in, guys. I cannot complain. So, and we get the victory screen. So yeah, it's kind of hard to come back from that one. If we didn't get the Crushing Hammerheads, I think they could have still played it out, but yeah, that's a tough one. Alrighty guys, thanks so much for coming by today and checking out Frank Percic's 2nd place Whimsicott V-Star deck. So again, I just want to give a big congrats to Frank for making it so deep in a tournament with a rogue weird Whimsicott deck like this. It just kind of goes to show you don't always have to play Mew VMAX, or you don't always have to play Arceus if you want to be able to find success. And it is really cool to see these weird rogue decks fly under the radar and make it so deep in some of these massive tournaments. But going forward, I will give you guys a heads up. This is probably going to be one of my final videos for the Brilliant Stars format. So unless some other crazy rogue wins a tournament in the Brilliant Stars format, most of my content is going to start looking ahead to the next set. But if you did enjoy today's video, be sure to smack that like button. And if you want to take that support to the next level, you can of course become a patron at patreon.com/rarecandytcg or pick up some merch at rarecandytcg.com. Links will be down below in the description. But as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.